How you doing? Welcome back to Life Jewels with me, HG, the life coach, and we're here to talk about how to awaken, reset, and transform your mindset, habits, and life for more positive ideal results. So a lot of people struggle with this, and this is what is this? A lot of people struggle with the fact that they are in a place where they are doing so they can have, and then they can be. Or they're doing so they can be, so they can have. The problem with this is the true way to manifest or to bring into life is to be, do, and then have. This isn't mine. This isn't my teaching. This is something I learned from Myron Golden. This is something I learned from the Bible. This I learned from watching other people. You have to be something, right? Michelle Obama has a book called Becoming. And in this book, Becoming, I don't know what it's about. I never read it, but I just looked at the title, and I read so many other self-help books throughout my entire decade that I've been studying this stuff. And I can only think in my mind what it could be. I can hypothesize, I can guess, I can estimate what this might entail. Does that make sense? All right, so Becoming, in my opinion, without reading the book, it's about an ongoing journey of forever being yourself and coming into being of yourself, right? You are being someone every day. There's an identity that you're aligning with, and because you align with that identity, you're being that person. Therefore, you're doing certain things that that person would do because you're being them, and therefore you have the results of what you do from who you're being, right? We don't do the opposite. We don't have something and then do it and then become it. No. What we do is we be it, and we have to be it internally within ourselves. It's a vibrational internal being. How you think determines what you become, right? So you think and then you become, and becoming it's broken down as to come into being, right? So when it's the second you decide to become something, you come into being what you decided to be. Does that make sense? So let's say that you are a chef right now, but you want to go become a plumber, or you're a plumber, but you want to become a chef. The second you decide, I'm going to become, you come into that being. That person becomes a part of you. You start attracting things into your life of that nature. First step is being it internally. And as soon as you become it internally, the more that you think it, the more you frequently think it, the more it becomes your frequency, the more you become it. So the initial step is to think and be internally. And then the next step is to do it often, so often, with your thinking, with your emotions, with your actions, that you begin to have the result of a person that's being this, right? And therefore, the world will bend to your will. The life force of the world, energy, particles, and atoms, all these things that are in this universe, they'll conform to the energy within you. Everything changes externally when you change internally. Nothing changes unless you change. When you change, everything changes. When there's a shift internally, there's a shift externally. Listen, it's not about going outside of yourself. It's not about finding something outside of you. It's about going so deep inside of yourself and knowing who you are with full conviction, without a doubt, indubitably. You have to know, full conviction, zero doubt. That is what you become. And a lot of times you may not know. You might have an idea, you might hope, and that's the beautiful thing about your willpower, your efforts. Your willpower, your efforts can allow you to go after something. Even if you're a little uncertain, a little unsure, that's called faith. That is called faith, right? You don't know what's gonna happen, but you trust that it's all gonna work out in your favor. That is faith. So listen, when you imagine, you have two ways of imagining. Either you can imagine with fear, or you can imagine with faith. It's up to you. Now, imagine they're both wolves. Wolf of fear wolf of faith. Every day you have enough food to feed one wolf. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Every day you have enough food to feed just one wolf. One. This one or that one? Which one will it be? Faith, fear. I'm sorry, I switched it for you. Fear or faith, right? Which one is it going to be? Is it going to be this one that feeds your doubt, that feeds your ego, that feeds your insecurities, that feeds your worries and your regrets? Is it that one that provides lack of confidence, lack of consistency, lack of action? Or is it this one that has faith, that has a trusting, that has a flow, that has a letting go, that has an ease, that it has an understanding, right? Is it this one that is at peace in this moment, grounded, clear, focused, disciplined, controlled, orderly, purposeful? This one might share emotions of joy, bliss, abundance. You have a choice inside of your mind. When you close these eyes, you have a choice to open up your mind and open up your heart in an alignment, a path of alignment where you can feel, where you can think, where you can act however you want to. And the choice is yours. That's why we all have free will. The choice is yours to choose which wolf you're going to feed. And whatever wolf you feed, that's the one that grows. That's the one that grows. So I might feed this wolf today. I might feed that wolf tomorrow. I might feed that wolf for the next week. I might feed that wolf for the next month. Over the next 10 years, which one did I feed more? That's the one that's going to be big and dominating in my life. That's the one that's going to guide me and push me. That's the one that's going to lead me. That's the one that's going to walk by my side and say, hey. Does that make sense? So if I want to walk by faith, I have to feed it. That means I have to starve my doubt. I have to starve my doubts. I have to quench my insecurities with dirt and let myself be flourished and fulfilled with love, with trust, with perseverance, with preparation. Every day, I get the choice to feed one. You get the choice to feed one. And over time, one of these will reach an adult and the other one will die and starve. It's not up to me to feed yours. It's not up to you to feed mine. No one else can do this for us. Listen, you have an idea of what your life is supposed to be? Is it based off fear or is it based off of faith? And when you have this idea, this vision of what you're being, of what your life is, guess what you're going to do? You're going to move based off how you feel. If you're feeling faithful, you're going to move with actions of faith. If you're feeling fearful, you're going to move with actions full of fear. Your choice. But when you move, you're now going to have results. These results will become your life. So what do you decide to be here, internally in your mind, and set your vision on and your focus on? Because that's going to expand the energy within you into this world. What you focus on, right? Where you focus, energy will flow. So if you focus on fear, energy is going there. And that's what's going to happen over here. That wolf's going to grow. And this one will starve. Faith. Or if you focus on faith, this one will grow and that one will starve. And here's the thing. A lot of us, myself included, a lot of us get consumed with this. It has to be perfect. It has to be right. It has to be the right way. No, it doesn't. You are so convinced that it's not right because you're believing in the fear. I was watching this video by Charity Croft. Oh, your fear will doubt you and hinder you from growing into your full potential because you think it's not good enough. In reality, you don't believe in yourself. You don't have faith that what you have is good. You don't have faith that what you're producing is of quality. Listen, if you want to succeed at anything, you have to be willing to fail. The greatest winners in this world, the greatest winners are also some of the greatest failures. Let's look at sports statistics for an instance. Michael Jordan has some of the best stats in basketball. I'm not a basketball head. I'm not a sports head at all. So let's just putting this out there, right? He has some of the greatest stats for MVPs, finals, all that stuff, right? Titles, world champions, all that stuff. You know what else he has? Some of the most missed shots ever. You know what else he has? Some of the most failures ever. The only way he got to this level of success was by facing the level of failure and embracing it and never letting it determine whether or not he was going to succeed or not. His faith in himself allowed him to take the failure and bring it into a point of lesson where he can succeed and triumph. His faith carried him. The vision he had in his head, how he saw himself, changed the way he behaved and what he did. If he did not believe in himself, if he did not believe who he was internally, he would not have done the actions necessary to have the results he has in his life. Who you are and what you have is determined all in the mind first and foremost, by your imagination, by your intentions, right? But your actions produce the results. Your mind can produce your actions, but you have to be intentional about that. If you're not, you're going to go based off of your conditioned reality, the way that you were brought up, growing up by your family, by your friends, by your school, by your neighborhood, by your coaches, by your sports team, whatever the case may be, whatever your environment was, that conditioning is going to be in your subconscious. It's going to guide you. Is it based off of fear? Is it based off of faith? Do you go and try to go have this and so you can do that so you can be this? Do you go do that so you could have that so you could be this? If that's the case, I'm sorry to tell you, that's not the way. You first have to be, and you have to be it internally. And the way to do that is to think. And the way to do that is to decide. I think, decide, believe. As the feeling, it's an emotional conviction. You know it with the feeling. It's charged emotion. It's charged thoughts. Emotionally charged thoughts. That's what believing is. So you believe, then you do. You take action. Whatever you believe in, whether you believe you're going to fail or you believe you're going to succeed, you're going to take action based off that thought process, based off that emotional belief. And then, based off your actions, you will produce results. That's it. So if you want to lead a successful life, in your mind, decide that and believe it's possible. And even with your doubt, keep taking action towards the level of faith. Faith without work is dead. Work without faith is also dead. You need to believe, you need to have faith that everything's going to work out in your favor. And you have to focus on that vision that it's all going to happen for you. And the more you tap into that vision, the more you believe in that, the more you streamline that into your subconscious, the more it's going to make you take actions that are in alignment with that behavior, that person, that image that you have in your head, that belief of who you are, what you're being, what you're becoming. You will come into being even further the more you take actions, the more you feel it, the more you think it, right? So the more you think, feel, and do, the more you become. And the more you will attract, the more you will have. It's up to you. I can't tell you what to do with your life. I can only give you the information, the jewels, the life jewels, right? Thank you for tuning in today. Again, I'm Nature the Life Coach. Let me know if that worked for you, if that resonated with you. If it did, great. I would love to hear more about why. If it did not, I still want to know why. Please tell me in the comments down below. Be like, hey, bro, that was terrible. I want to, and just tell me why. And if you feel like this can help someone else out, don't be afraid to share. And don't be, what do they call it? You hoard things from other people, gatekeeper. Don't do that, right? We all have lessons and gifts to share with this world. This is mine. Someone else can benefit from this, so please share with them. As always, stay blessed, stay beautiful. Peace.